La emisión está comenzando. Todos los asistentes están en modo de solo escucha.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alicia, and I'm going to be giving the webinar today. Today, we're going to see how to create reports with REIFax. REIFax has the ability to create several types of reports so that you can share the information on any given property or the market, how the market is acting in the subject area where you're analyzing to buy your property. So first of all, I'm going to do a little search so that we get results, and from the results we'll create the different types of reports. I am in my search panel. Remember that if you have a question at any moment during the webinar, just please go ahead and type it in the chat section, and I'll be happy to answer. Okay, actually, from here, from our search panel, we have these three reports that we can create. We have the subdivision report, the extra report, and the discount report. To create it here from my search, I would have to draw a shape in my map here. See, if I click here, it will ask me, please, the map shape polygon is required to execute X-ray report. To do that here from my X-ray report, I have to select the shape and make sure I draw my shape within the area of the county I have selected here. So I would select here. I'm going to create the X-ray report here and show you what information it has. There, I drew my shape and click here on X-ray report. I can select the type of property, whether it's single family, condos, towns, and villas, multifamily plus or minus 10, commercial, vacant land, or mobile home. I'm going to leave it at single family and click on apply. This one I'm going to create from here from my search. Then I'm going to do a search and go to my overview, and from the overview I'll create the other reports. Like I said, in here in my search, I have to draw a polygon. You'll see that when I do a search and I'm in my results, the system will not ask me to draw a shape. Okay, this is my X-ray report. What does my X-ray report show? It will compare the subject area, that is the area, in this case, the area that was inside the polygon shape I drew, with the rest of the county. That is, I have total properties within this area compared to the rest of the county. Distressed properties in this area, those are properties that are upside down, they're underwater, they have very large depths on them in this area compared to the rest of the county. If I go on, I'll see pre-foreclosed, foreclosed, upside down, not in foreclosure, active for sale, owner occupied, not owner occupied in this area compared to the rest of the county. If I keep scrolling down, I'll have total pre-foreclosed, pre-foreclosed active for sale, pre-foreclosed not for sale, pre-foreclosed with less than 0% equity, with more than zero equity, pre-foreclosed with more than 30% equity in this area compared to the rest of the county. I keep scrolling down, I have total foreclosed active for sale, foreclosed not for sale in this area compared to the rest of the county. Keep scrolling down, I have total upside down, total upside down, not in foreclosure active for sale in this area compared to the rest of the county. So as you see, this is sort of an analysis of the market of the area, and it compares it to the rest of the county. Total for sale, properties for sale with 30% equity or more, foreclosure for sale with 30% equity or more, total sold in the last 6 months, average sold in the last 6 months, active for sale, months of inventory, average days in the market, and average price in the last 3 months, in the last 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. Medium sold price, and that's it. What I can do with this report and all of the reports here in REIFax is either print it or save it. That is, I want to share this information with someone. I don't have to give my credentials of REIFax and have them come in. And even if I did, they might not find exactly what I want them to see. So the best way is to print it and give them to them, print it or save it. I'm going to save it and show you where you can retrieve this once you've saved it. Okay, it asked me to give a name to my report. In this case, I'm just going to put in webinar X-ray test and click on OK. So the system is saving it. Okay, I have a question here. The subject area is that area selected by the polygon tool plus 0.5 mile radius. Actually, when I draw a polygon, the subject area will be only that inside of my polygon shape. When you'll see that when I go and do my report within the results, the system first of all will ask me what radius I want to use for my report. Actually, by default, it's 0.5 mile radius, but I can change that. I can either reduce it or make it larger. I'll show you that as soon as we get there. So, okay, my document has been successfully saved. I click on OK, and let me show you where I can retrieve that. I go back to my panel that is in the little house icon on the top. And here I have a tile called Documents. If I click on there, I'll have a list of everything I've saved within my REIFax account. The first one, the top one, would be the most recent one. So here I have the one I've just saved, my webinar X-ray test. If I click on it, it will open it in another tab. And here I have my report. And with this link, if I copy this link, copy it, this link I could use to share that report with someone. I go to my Gmail, for example, click on Compose, and paste the link I copied there. If I send this email to anyone, they just click on this and they will be able to see the report I just saved. Okay, let's go back to REIFax. I'm going to go ahead now and make a little search. I'm going to leave it at Broward. I'm going to type in a zip code 333. going to select single family. Let's select pre-foreclosed and put a price range equal or less than 300 and click on search. Suppose this is not, let's put in another zip code, 25, search. I must have something here that's not going to clear. So I have Florida Broward single family, pre-foreclosed with market value equal or less than 300. Search. There. There must have been something there that was blocking my results. Okay, so now I have my results. Now I have up here still have my reports. If I click on the, now I have, this is my overview of one of the properties. So now the system will not ask me to draw a polygon shape. It will just take by default 0.5 mile radius around the property, the subject property, the one that I'm looking at right now. Here I have the PAR report. This is the property analysis report. This is the broker property opinion report, the subdivision report, the X-ray report, the discount report. So let's start with this one. What will the property analysis report do? What this report will do is take the information on the different tabs in my overview, that is details, comparables, active comparables, distress, rental, mortgage and foreclosure, and any other tab that could be here. Remember that depending on the information available for the property, you'll have more or less tab. If this was a tax delinquent property, you would have a tab for tax delinquency information. If it was a probate, you would have a tab for probate information. What I do here is just select what information I want in my report. In this case, I'm just going to leave out the X-ray and click on apply. So here I have my report. I have the basic information on the property, the details, that is public records information, the sales history, the owner's name, the owner's relative's phone. This is available only if you have professional dialer. The system will give you any number that is registered under that address. That is for those of you that have professional dialer. The professional dialer package will also include a Plivo phone line, so you could actually send this property to your follow-up and actually make the calls directly from your system. Then I have the comparables. These are the properties that have been sold in the last 12 months within the area. Always by default, the system will take 0.5 square mile radius around the property, the subject property. So these are all properties that are within a zero point 0.5 square radius, 0.5 mile radius around the property you're looking at. They have been sold in the last 12 months, and they have 10% more or less the same square footage. This is what the system looks for when looking for comparables. So these are my comparables. Then I have active comps, again, zero point 0.5 mile radius around my subject property within 10% more or less the same square footage, and all are active for sale. Then I have my distress comps. These are properties that are underwater, upside down. They have very large depths on them. I have my rental comps just as reference for myself to know what the renting price around the area is running on. I have my mortgage information because this property has a mortgage. This is the initial uh, amount of the mortgage. And again, I can print it or save it if I want to share the information on this property with an associate, or I want to save it for myself. So I click on save or I click on print. If I click on print, it will just open a PDF for me to print. Close this and let's go to the next report. Then we have the BPO report. This one will show me only the comparables. It will set them up in a different, arrange them differently so I can see my subject property next to the information of the other properties in my comparables, whether the regular comparables, the property sold, or the active comparables, the properties active for sale. Let's click on apply and take a look. So here I have my subject property and the properties around the area. So I have the distance, I have the build value, property type, land values, stories, tax, value, units, address, beds, bathrooms, city, lost sale, gross area, folio number, sold price, total square foot, zip code, days on the market, MLS number, pool, waterfront, year built, foreclosure, original price, and living area. That information will be here for all the properties in my comparables. And after I finish with my comparables, there's quite a bit in this one, I have also my active comparables. These are the properties active for sale. Again, I will have the same information: distance, the value, tax value, units, address, zip code, MLS number, waterfront, living area. Again, I can save it or print it. Let's go back and let's go to the subdivision name report. I here since the property I'm looking at is a single family, I would leave it at single family. I'm not going to change this and click on apply. This report will show me a an analysis of the different subdivisions in the area, and how the market is acting in those areas. You see here, this one, for example, I have a total of 21 properties. Zero of them are in distress. Zero of them are in pre-foreclosed, foreclosed properties. total upside down, not in foreclosure. I'm just analyzing this first line. Actually, I have 0 of them. Active for sale, there's none for sale in that area. Pre-foreclosed with more than 30% equity. And total sold in the last 3 months, 1 property. Months of inventory, medium sold price in the last 3 months, 335, and price increase 18.58%. If I keep scrolling down, I'll see that analysis for each one of the subdivisions in this area. Again, I can save it or print it. Then I'll have the X-ray report, that one I already showed you, but I'm going to click on this to show you that now it will ask me for what distance I want that report to be made upon. By default is 0.5 miles, but I can reduce it up to 0.1 mile or up to 2 miles. I'm not going to create it. Let's go to the discount report. The discount report will show me the information on properties foreclosed, pre-foreclosed in the area. Again, in this one, I can also change the distance, whether I put reduce it or enlarge it up to 2.2 miles radius. Leave it in it. I'll leave it at discount. Discount report. I'll leave it there at the default and click on apply. Okay, it says no properties found. Please expand your options or for the chosen criteria. Let me make it larger to see if it comes up with anything. Apply. Okay, these are the pre-foreclosed details. These are the properties that it found within that radius that are in pre-foreclosed, and these, so I have in my subject area and the county area. Subject area, average days of short sale in this area and the county area, and average amount of discount in my subject area and compared to the rest of the county, and average percentage of discount in my subject area as for the rest of the county. Again, I can save it or print it. Okay, so those are the reports all of you have in your account. Here in my account right here, I have an investor offer. That This one is actually not available. It's only available for those of you that are DREA mentor students. That's a feature that's actually owned by the DREA Association, so it's not available for all REIFax users. It's only available through the membership through DREA. What this report will do is calculate an offer based on the comparables. Let me show you how it works. Let's click on Freddie. We call him Freddie. I type in an offer factor, that is, I want him to calculate my offer based on 80% of the comparables and the listing price. So let's leave it at 80, and let's put it to round it up to 500, and I'm going to use, I wanted to use the medium prices in all of the comparables that it will use to calculate my offer. Let's click on apply. Remember, this is only available through DREA Association. You have That's the Dade REIA Association. Okay, so you see, it took the comparables. Here are all my comparables. It took the active comparables. So it takes listing price, market value, active value, the offer factor I typed in. It gives me my low offer price, the investor offer, low offer price, offer factor, rounded up to 500, and it tells me that taking into account all the comparables in the area, this should be my offer on this property. So that's my Freddie, my investors offer report. So those are all the reports I can create here in REIFax. Again, I can save it or print it. So I have the property analysis report, the BPO report, the subdivision name report, the extra report, the discount report, and for those of you that are DREA mentor students, we have the investor offer report. All these reports are available no matter which plan you choose, whether you have platinum, professional, or professional dialer. All of them you can do it. You can create them in your account, save them, and print them. I Do you have any questions? I have a question here to check my audio, my microphone. I check it here and actually seems to be working. Do you hear me now? Okay, perfect. Okay, seems some of you didn't hear the last 5 minutes, so I'm just going to recapitulate a little bit on the last things I just said. Okay, from my overview, I can create the property analysis report that will put the information details on all my tabs in a report that I can save or print to share with anyone that I want this information be shared with. Comparables, active comparables, distress, rental, mortgage, and foreclosure. Then I have the BPO report that will put the comparables in a report for me to share in different layouts so I can see line by line the information on the properties. The subdivision will give me an analysis of which subdivision, the sales, and the market information laid out by subdivisions. The X-ray report will show me how the market is been acting in the area I'm looking at compared to the rest of the county. The discount report will show me foreclosed, pre-foreclosed, short sales, and average discount in this area compared to the rest of the county. I have a question here. Is there any way to send reports other than using a PDF file? Like I said, if you save your report, then you go to your control panel, click on documents, and you can open the report and copy the link. This way you won't be sending a PDF. You're going to send a link for them to see. Just open the link and get access to the report. So you won't be sending a PDF. You would be sending a link that will allow them to open it and see the report. So yes, apart from sending the PDF, you can send a link for them to just access the report in the web in their browser. Let's go back to the overview. I have the extra report, the discount report, and for those of you that are DRIA mentor students, we have the investor offer report that will calculate an offer based on the comparables and will show you how it calculated that offer. Do we have any more questions? Remember that we have available here in this little blue bubble chat. This is a live chat that we attend from Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're available to answer any questions you might have. Just click there, and if you are working after hours or on weekends, just leave your message there and we'll try to answer it as soon as we come in the next morning. If you find yourself, you can send us an email or call us. We're always happy to. Okay, I have a question here. Does sending links only work with the report pages or with any pages, specifically the overview page of the property? Okay, no. Oh, yes. The sending the link will only work for a saved report. If I'm here in the overview and try to send this link to someone, they won't be able to see it because they won't be logged into my account. So it won't actually let them see anything. It will ask them to log in. And since they do not have your credentials, they will not be able to see the information. That's why you have the option to save the report and send them that link. And you are talking that you want them to see the overview. So actually, if you say create the property analysis report, you have all the information here in your overview, and that's what you will send them, either the PDF or the link to see the report, and they will be able to see everything that I have in my overview. That is the details, the comparables, the active comparables, the distress, the comps, the mortgage information if it has one, the foreclosure information if it has, the tax delinquency and the probate information if it has. So no, you can't send them the link for your overview. You have to create the report, save it, and send the link over from your document section. That's the only way to share the information. Any other questions? Okay, if we don't have any other questions, just I remember we're always available for you. Remember that you can schedule coachings at any moment. Our coachings are completely free. There's no additional charge for any coaching. You can schedule them from Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you need, in any case, a after hours or on weekends, just give us a 2 day notice and we'll try to fit that in also. Okay, what does the X-ray report show? Let me show you. results. Let's go to the overview and create an X-ray report. Apply. Okay, the X-ray report shows me the subject area. In this case, I left it at the default, that's 0.5 mile radius around my subject property, and it shows me the total properties in this area compared to the rest of the county, total distress in this area compared to the rest of the county, pre-foreclosed, foreclosed, upside down, not in foreclosure, active for sale, owner occupied in this area compared to the rest of the county and not owner occupied. If I keep scrolling down, I see pre-foreclosed not for sale, with less than zero equity, with more than zero equity, with more than 30% equity in this area compared to the rest of the county. I keep scrolling down, I see total foreclosed active for sale, foreclosed not for sale in this area compared to the rest of the county. Keep scrolling down, I see total upside down not in foreclosure, upside down not in foreclosure active for sale, upside down not in foreclosure not for sale in this area compared to the rest of the county. Active total active for sale for properties for sale with 30% or more equity, for sale with 30% or more equity, pre-foreclosed, foreclosed for sale with 30% more equity. Then I have total sold in the last 6 months, average sold in the last 6 months, total active for sale, months of inventory, average days on the market in this area as for the rest of the county. I have average price in the last 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. And last, I have median sold price in the last 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. So that's what I have in my X-ray report that I can save or print. So that's what I wanted to show you. You can create subdivision, X-ray, or discount report from your search, only drawing a polygon in the area that of the county you have selected. And after you do your search and from your results, you go to the overview of one of the properties and there create a report for the subject property. So it was a pleasure being with you this morning. I invite you all for next Friday at the same time, 10 a.m. in the morning. I wish you all a very, very nice weekend and have a great day. Bye.